Okay, general knowledge, eyes down, 20 questions, 20 points available, folks. What planet is known as the red planet? What planet is known as the red planet? Don't write the answers in the chat. Thank you, Daniel Boone, top man. Number 2. How many continents are there on Earth? How many continents are there on Earth? The planet that we frequent. Question number 3. What animal is known as the king of the jungle? What animal is known as the king of the jungle? Question number 4. Which ocean is the largest? Which ocean is the largest? Question number 5. Don't worry if you miss any of these. I can repeat them at the end if you want any repeating. All right. Question number 5. What colour do you get by mixing red and blue? What colour do you get by mixing red and blue? Question number 6. Which country gifted the Statue of Liberty to the United States? Which country gifted the Statue of Liberty to the United States? Question number 7. Lucky for some, you know. What is the capital city of Australia? What is the capital city of Australia? Question number 8. Which musical instrument has 88 keys? Which musical instrument has 88 keys? Question number 9. What is the tallest mammal in the world? What is the tallest mammal in the world? Question number 10. Halfway through the first round. Flying tonight. Which language has the most native speakers worldwide? Which language has the most native speakers worldwide? That was question number 10. Question number 11. Which planet is closest to the sun? Which planet is closest to the sun? How's the sound now? Someone says I was breaking up. Am I breaking up now? Are we okay? It's looking okay on my monitor. Question number 12. Which gas do plants absorb from the atmosphere during photosynthesis? What gas do plants absorb from the atmosphere during photosynthesis? Good job I got that word out early, innit? A few more beers. Number 13. Which country has the most islands in the world? Which country has the most islands in the world? Thanks, people. Cheers. Thanks for the sound update. Number 14. What is the hardest natural substance on Earth? What is the hardest natural substance on Earth? And it is not Jake Paul. Jake Paul is not the answer. Do not put Jake Paul. Definitely not. Number 15. What is the longest river in the world? What is the longest river in the world? Number 16. What is the capital city of Canada? What is the capital city of Canada? Number 17. I'd have got this one. I know the answer to this one. Who wrote The Lord of the Rings? Who wrote The Lord of the Rings? I'm sure many of you will get that correct. Question number 18. What is the largest planet in our solar system? What is the largest planet in our solar system? Question 19. Shepperton Studios is in the house. Shepperton should know this one. In computing, what does CPU stand for? In computing, what does CPU stand for? And question number 20, the final one from this round. If you want any repeated, drop the number you'd like repeated in the comments now. What is the current currency used in Japan? What is the currency that is used in Japan? Good evening, Northeast Dad, and welcome. First round on the quiz. We've just done 20 questions on general knowledge. Does anyone need any of them questions repeating? If so, drop which number you'd like repeated in the comments before we go through those answers, folks. How you doing, Northeast Dad? I hope you've got all your Christmas shopping done, sir. Not long now, folks. Not long to go. Right, it looks like we're all ready for the answers. Mate, everyone's on fine form tonight. I'll give it 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 12 and 13. Thank you. I was about to rush off and do it then. Right, 12. What gas do plants absorb from the atmosphere during photosynthesis? What gas do plants absorb from the atmosphere during photosynthesis? 13 is, which country has the most islands in the world? Which country has the most islands in the world? Oh, Daniel and Sarah's helping Daniel today. So I want better scores from you, Daniel. There's no excuses now. Is she the brains of the outfit? Sarah, are you the brains of the outfit, love? Let me know. My wife finished Christmas in February. Oh, okay, nice one. That's well ahead of time. Mate, she was proper planning. Mrs. OG's not that organised. She's organised, but not that organised. That's brilliant. Loving the quiz. Well, thank you very much, Jamie. Jamie J. T. Turner. Mate, that's a mouthful, isn't it? I'll just call you Jamie. How's that? Right, anyway, answers. Okay. What planet is known as the red planet? Number 1. It is, of course, Mars. The planet Mars. The red planet. Question number 2. 15 out of 20, he thinks, old Justin. How many continents are there on Earth? The answer is 7. There are 7 continents on Earth. What animal is known as the king of the jungle? That, of course, is the lion. Lion. Number 4. Which ocean is the largest? That would be the Pacific Ocean. The Pacific is the largest ocean. Question number 5. What colour do you get by mixing red and blue? You get the colour purple. Purple. Question number 6. Which country gifted the Statue of Liberty to the United States? That was France. France. For some reason, I would have said Holland or Amsterdam or something. I know Amsterdam's not a country, but yeah, I don't know why. But I wouldn't have put France. Question 7. What is the capital city of Australia? That is Canberra. Canberra. Which musical instrument has 88 keys? That, of course, is a piano. A piano. 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 What's the tallest mammal in the world? That is a giraffe. A giraffe. Which language has the most native speakers worldwide? The answer is Mandarin Chinese. Now listen, if you put Chinese, you can still have the point, right? I'll be generous early on, but as the quiz goes on, I won't be so generous. So there you go. Kick you off nicely. So if you put Chinese, you get the point. If you put Mandarin Chinese, you get the point. Question 11. Which planet is closest to the sun? That is Mercury. Mercury. What gas do plants absorb from the atmosphere during photosynthesis? That is, of course, carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide. Which country has the most islands in the world? That is Sweden. Sweden. I would not have got that. I would never have known that. What is the hardest natural substance on Earth? And it is not Jake Paul, as we said. It is, in fact, diamond. Diamond. What is the longest river in the world? Right. Now, listen. The answer is the Nile. But if you put Amazon, I will still give you the point. Because a lot of people debate still that the Amazon is as long, if not longer, than the Nile, and so it's a bit of a debate around. So if you put the Nile, you get the point, and if you put the Amazon, you get the point. All right, because I'm generous at this stage. What is the capital city of Canada? That is Ottawa. Ottawa, spelled O-T-T-A-W-A. You know, it's just so you know. Who wrote Lord of the Rings? Of course, that was Fly Fishing by J.R.R. Hartley. J.R.R. Hartley. No. It was J.R.R. Tolkien. What is the largest planet in our solar system? That is Jupiter. Jupiter. In computing, what does CPU stand for? Central Processing Unit. Central Processing Unit. What is the currency used in Japan? It is the yen. The yen. So, out of 20, how did you do, folks? Let me know in the comments. You're going to get 2 film posters on there. So, for example, you've got Close Encounters of the Third Kind. You've got the original Star Wars Episode 4, which was the first Star Wars film. But all you've got to say is which one you think was released first. Okay, there's 10 in total, and then we'll do the answers right at the end. And there's a little bit of computer-type music for you to listen to. The ocean loading music from C64. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Which film come first? Two more classics for you there. Jaws and Rocky. Both absolute masterpieces. But which one was released first? Oof. There are some classic films in this round, I've got to be honest. Ghostbusters, Terminator, which was released first. And remember, no answers in the comments, folks. Do not be that person. Keep me as a hammer. I'm about to say a happy hammer, but I'm not at the moment, am I? E.T. and Raiders of the Lost Ark. Oof, oof. What time to be alive for movies, eh? Go on, mate. Mate, there's some classics here, Huddison. There really is, buddy. Oh, which come first? RoboCop or Predator? Both. I love them films. And remember, if you don't know, just have a guess. You got a 50% chance. Tossing a coin is 50-50. You're right there, Kyle. So many classics, mate. I'm very well, Emma Jade. Thank you very much. You've missed the start of the quiz, but you can join it at any time. We're just doing this. You have to just simply name which film was released first out of the ones you see on screen. So you've got a 50-50 chance of getting it. Some are very close, Ben. Some are very close indeed, my friend. The Matrix and Fight Club. Again, another couple of classics. Super proper preview. Love your vlog so much. Have marry OG from Josh. Marry OG from Josh. You want to marry OG, little OG? Put your proposal in writing. Lion King and Toy Story there. Get another couple of Disney classics, Disney Pixar, of course, for Toy Story. Don't make them like these. You're right, actually. There's some great films. Saving Private Ryan and Titanic there. These are tight. Yes, Dave, they are very tight indeed. I'm glad you think so. We've got a round coming up as well, which is a video game round. Similar format. A lot of Spielberg. He makes good ones. It certainly does, Peter. He does, sir. He does that all right. Back to the Future and Goonies. But which one came first? Merry Christmas. Yeah, we're going to have a great Christmas. Cheers. Super proper previews. Sorry, you mistyped. I thought we got to get rid of him at last. You know what I mean? Well, marriage proposal. I don't mean that. I don't mean it. Right, okay. So, first one, Star Wars was released first, ahead of Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Close Encounters was a good film, wasn't it? Gave you a bit of thought. Jaws was released before Rocky. Jaws. I bet Dan Hairdressing, you better have got that one right, buddy. Terminator there. I can't remember. What was Terminator up against now? Oh, I can't remember. Terminator was the answer, though. Terminator was the answer you wanted, folks. This was a tough round, Justin. I agree. It was complete guesswork, for most people. Raiders of the Lost Ark there was released before E.T. That one would have stumped me. I honestly thought E.T. was released first. RoboCop come out before Predator. Both released in the same year. And I think they're about literally 3 or 4 months apart. Lethal Weapon come out before... What was the other one? Was it Die Hard? So Lethal Weapon. Mel Gibson. Danny Glover. Good little film there. Matrix was released before whatever it was up against. I can't remember now. Be interested to see how you guys have scored this round. Lion King was out before Toy Story. And Titanic was out before Saving Private Ryan. Good little film, wasn't it, Titanic? Really, really was. Classic film. And there you go. The Goonies was out before Back to the Future. Did you get that one right, Rachel? A little test for you guys there. Here we go. So, exactly the same thing then, guys. Yeah, it was. It's the Rambo game, that one. Right, it's the same thing again. Over to you. I'm going to have a sit down. Stay a bit quiet. I'll try anyway. Which game come first? Cheers for the shout out, Dan. No worries. There's the link, people, if you want to check his channel out. Zelda, Mario Brothers. Or Super Mario Brothers, should I say. If I said Mario Brothers, then obviously it's a slightly different game. Which you know. Pac-Man, Space Invaders. GoldenEye 007 N64, Mario Kart 64. But which one was released first? A lot of these will be guesswork. Turtle. Space Harrier or Outrun? Space Harrier, Outrun. Both absolutely iconic arcade games for the time, weren't they? Both used hydraulics. If I had to pick one to play, Outrun all day long. I'm not a big fan of Space Harrier. I personally think it's quite an overrated game. I think it's unique, the cab and stuff, but hey, yeah. Ridge Racer Daytona USA. Which one of them was released first? Was it Ridge Racer or Daytona USA? Oh, well done, Haddison. You can't beat Outrun. It's still a go-to, isn't it? And the other one, Chase HQ as well, still another classic. Diablo, Baldur's Gate. Diablo, Baldur's Gate. Which one was released first? Yeah, great game covers, weren't they? Easy, now hard as hell, yeah. Well, you know, you can't have it easy all the time, sir. Old Matt GFC there. Rainbow Islands, Bubble Bobble. Which was first? Both by Turtle. Turtle. Tell you what, in the early days when I used to do the review videos of, there you go, this will be a toughie. Horace and the Spiders or Horace Goes Skiing. Which of those was released first? It'd be interesting to know how many people actually know that or knew that answer. Be interested when we come to that in the answers. Gauntlet, Golden Axe. Gauntlet, Golden Axe. Again, superb. Real time, wasn't it? Great time to be alive for the old sort of role-playing, sort of Dungeons and Dragons themed stuff, wasn't it? Oh my God, Horace. Yeah, Shepperton, mate. You're an old school gamer, mate. You know it. Frogger, Donkey Kong. This would be a toughie for me, I think. Frogger, Donkey Kong, which of them come close? Was released first. Coming up, the answers. Right, okay. See how well you did. Coming up, the answers. First one, Mario Brothers. Came out before Zelda. I think there was probably about a year between them. So that one was quite straightforward, I think, because especially Mario Brothers was sort of released. Right, Space Invaders was 1978, whilst I think Pac-Man was about 1980. So yeah, 78 Space Invaders, mad. Mario Kart was released before GoldenEye. GoldenEye helped shift a load of them consoles, though, didn't it? My God, when they packaged GoldenEye up. Space Harrier was a year before Outrun. And as I was saying, well, I'm just going to pause quickly. As I was saying, honestly, Space Harrier, don't get me wrong, it's completely iconic. The cab, the movement, everything, and it looks amazing, the artwork. But it's just something about the game. I find the game pretty dull. And I know that is really, people get the right up with me for saying that, but it's just the way I am, mate. It's just, I think it's an overrated game. There we go. Ridge Racer, come out before Daytona. I loved that on the PS1. Played it to death on my PS1. Ridge Racer Diablo come out before Baldur's Gate. That would have been a complete guess for me. Played both back in the day, but I wouldn't remember which came first. Bubble Bobble, I actually knew that one. I thought that one's quite straightforward because New Zealand Story is the unofficial sequel, apparently. So yeah, Bubble Bobble for that one. And Horace Goes Skiing. There you go. That was the second of the 3 releases for the Horace games. Gauntlet, that one I think most people would have got. If you know your games, I think you'd have got that one. Golden Axe is brilliant as well. Both absolutely stunning games, weren't they? Warriors About to Die. Donkey Kong, that come out before the other. Who was that up against now? Oh, my brain's going blank. Right, so there we go. How did we do on that round? And did you know the Horace one? Right, board games. Here we go. I've got Monopoly from the 70s. Well, to Rachel, there might be a Monopoly question or two in here. He says, kicking off with a Monopoly question. Question number 1. In Monopoly, what colour are the cheapest properties on the board? In Monopoly, which colour are the cheapest properties on the board? Question number 2. Don't worry, I will repeat some if you need them at the end, okay? Which board game involves guessing a suspect, a weapon, and a room? Which board game involves guessing a suspect, a weapon, and a room? Question number 3. Which board game involves building settlements, trading resources on a hexagonal board? Which board game involves building settlements and trading resources on a hexagonal board? Question number 4. What cooperative board game challenges players to stop global disease outbreaks? What cooperative board game challenges players to stop global disease outbreaks? Monopoly with my family is always fun. Yeah, mate, I tell you, cool, I get some rows going on with that, don't you? Oof. Right, Marvin Gardens, OG. Who's that? Sean Rain. Right, next one. Number 5. Which board game involves placing tiles to build cities, roads, and monasteries? Which board game involves placing tiles to build cities, roads, and monasteries? Jingle Bell Rock, that was the one. I remember it. Question number 6. In Risk, which continent gives the highest troop bonus? In Risk, which continent gives the highest troop bonus? I bloody love Risk, I do. I play it online all the time, and I don't do bad. I very rarely win, though. But I love playing it physically. But little OG and Miss OG, they don't like board games. They're not really into them. Number 7. Which board game uses coloured pegs and a concealed board to crack a secret code? Which board game uses coloured pegs and a concealed board to crack a secret code? Question number 8. Which board game involves answering trivia questions while moving around a circular board? What board game involves answering trivia questions while moving around a circular board? Number 9. In Scrabble, how many letter tiles does each player start with? In Scrabble, how many letter tiles does each person start with? And your final question in the board game round is question number 10. If you want any repeated, drop them in the comments. In Ludo, how many tokens or counters does each player start with? In Ludo, how many counters does each player start with? Question number 1. In Monopoly, what colour are the cheapest properties on the board? The answer is brown. Brown. And I think, top of my head, they are Old Kent Road. Old Kent Road? In Whitechapel? Old Kent Road and Whitechapel, I think. But anyway, the answer is brown. You get the point if you put brown. Which board game involves guessing a suspect, a weapon, and a room? That, of course, is Cluedo. Cluedo. Which board game allows building settlements and trading resources on a hexagonal board? That is Catan, spelt C-A-T-A-N, Catan. That was number 3. Number 4, what cooperative board game challenges players to stop global disease outbreaks? Pandemic. Pandemic. I've got that up in the cupboard as well. Question number 5. Which board game involves placing tiles to build cities, roads and monasteries? That is Carcassonne. Carcassonne, which is a name of a French place, I believe. Historic place in France. Carcassonne. Question number 6. In Risk, which continent gives the highest troop bonus? That is Asia. Asia. Number 7. Which board game uses coloured pegs and a concealed board to crack a secret code? That is Mastermind. Who remembers that? And if you don't remember it, your grandparents probably had a copy of it. And you probably find it in most charity shops, even today. It was quite a small box. And had a picture of some bloke just looking bit James Bond villainy on like an armchair with some sort of, if I remember right, she was sort of a lovely dressed Asian lady behind him, looking all very Bond villain. But yeah, what a bad little game, as I remember. And that was Mastermind, number 7. Number 8. Which board game involves answering trivia questions while moving around a circular board? That, of course, is Trivial Pursuit. The bane of my life. Every charity shop I go into has a copy of Trivial Pursuit on the shelves. Always. Honestly, if you go into a charity shop and there ain't a copy of Trivial Pursuit, it's not a charity shop. Get out of there. Just say you can't use the word charity, mate. You ain't got a copy of Trivial Pursuit. Number 9. In Scrabble, how many letter tiles does each player start with? That is 7. 7. And last one, number 10. In Ludo, how many tokens or counters does each player start with? The answer is 4. 4. How'd you do on that round, people? A lot of people saying they struggled on that one. Let me know in the comments. There are 10 of these, okay? So, as always, do not put the comments answers in the comments, folks. And we've been lucky tonight. We haven't had too much issues. Right, okay, so you can look at the emojis and all you got to simply do, Roy Walker, that's it, Roy Walker catchphrase. And we've got a catchphrase round coming up. So you can look at the emojis and tell me what the brand is, okay? And let's say, don't overthink it, is the advice I'd give. Say what you see. Just read your comment there, Rachel. Oh, brilliant. Thank you for that. Yeah, poor old Roy Walker. They replaced him, didn't they? What brand's that one now? I reckon you'll do alright on this round, folks. There's a few curveballs in there, but you should be alright overall. Yeah, bit of bubble bobble. Bum, ba-dum, bum. Boom, 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 boom. What is that? What brand? There we go. Another one here. Bow, 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 doo, doo, doo. Shepperton's enjoying it. I like this one. The tune was so good, I had to play it again. Tearful. Tato. It was Tato. Tato. I used to call it Tay-show and all sorts. But yeah, I just pronounce it like the crisp now. Can't go wrong. Tato. I reckon a few of you get this one. I had to think about that last one. What's that one? What's that emoji represent? Boom 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 boom. There you go. I think that's the last one. Can't quite remember. I did these this afternoon. Took me longer than I thought actually. I thought, oh, it'll take me an hour. A few hours later. But hey, as long as we all enjoy it, that's what matters. Right, there we go. Coming up, the answers. Anyone want any of them repeating, or are we pretty okay with what we think we've done? Just quickly let me know if you're happy. We'll go with the answers, folks. Five and 8. Right, that was number 1. Okay, there is number 1. I'm going to go through them all again just quickly. That's number 1. That was number 2. Number 2. Leave that on the screen for a few seconds. Number 3. Number 3. Number 4. That one threw me when I was putting it together. To be honest, yeah. Well, we'll come to it in a minute. Number 5. Shouldn't be too challenging, that one. That was number 5. Number 6. I like that one. Number 6. 7. 7. 8. Oh, Shepherds and Rexy's on for a full house. At number 9. Number 9. And there's your number 10. Number 10. So we repeat them all. Let's go through now. Get the answers. Remember, just put a tick. I thought that number 6 was a human centipede. Coming up, the answers. Let's see how we think we've done. Dan Paul thinks he got 9 out of 10. First one there, as you can see there, a star and a money bag. Starbucks. Big bucks. Starbucks. If you put coffee, you don't get an extra point. It's just Starbucks. Next one was Firefox. See what you see. See what you see. Firefox. Firefox. Or Firecat. Five Guys, that one. Five Guys. Drones going for 80, feeling confident this round. Weatherspoons. So them 3 like clouds, the sun, the rain, weather, and 2 spoons. Weatherspoons. Or JD Weatherspoon or Weatherspoon, you get a point. Set of eyes on a phone. iPhone. iPhone. Crocs. How many of you put Lacoste? How many put Lacoste? I knew someone had to have done, but it's Crocs. Because there's 2 of them, Crocs. Taco Bell. Thought that one was quite easy. I thought that one was quite straightforward. I suppose it's only easy if you get the connection though, isn't it? You know what I mean? Taco Bell. This one here, cornflakes. I reckon that might have thrown a few of you. Corn, snowflake, snowflake. Because I was saying snowflake. Crocodile Dundee. Not there, not for that. And that one there might have got a few of you. North Face. The North Face. If you put North Face, it's still correct, okay? And the last one there, IKEA. IKEA. What brand of emoji is that? IKEA. Okay, so that concludes that round. How did you do out of 10 on that, people? Brand emojis there. Drop in the comments. Let me know how you do. And did you did that one there, the 2 Crocs? How many of you put Lacoste? Or did it cross your mind to put Lacoste? So, Christmas #1 songs, 10 questions, 10 points available. See if we can't add to those scores. Back here in the tavern, oh yes. Well, Rachel's saying, so the Cliff Richard back catalogue then. I can assure you, actually, Rachel, guess what? There's not a single Cliff Richard question in this round. Sorry, but there isn't. Yeah, I know what you mean, though. Because quite often they say, Cliff is for life, not just for Christmas. It does seem to cash in, doesn't it? Right, here we go then, folks. Question #1. Which song by Band Aid was the UK Christmas #1 in 1984? Which song by Band Aid was the UK Christmas #1 in 1984? #1. Question #2. What novelty song by Bob the Builder reached Christmas #1 in the year 2000? Which novelty song by Bob the Builder reached Christmas #1 in the year 2000? I've missed a question out. Oh, I'll have to make one up in a minute. Which song, this is question #3, which song by East 17 famously beat Mariah Carey to Christmas #1 in 1994? Which song by East 17 famously beat Mariah Carey to the Christmas #1 in 1994? Question #4. Which song by Girls Aloud was Christmas #1 in 2002? Which song by Girls Aloud was Christmas #1 in 2002? Question #5. What Rage Against the Machine song famously won Christmas #1 in 2009? What Rage Against the Machine song famously won Christmas #1 in 2009? What an absolute tune that is, I'll tell you. Oof. Question #6. Which song by the Beatles was Christmas #1 in 1963? Which song by the Beatles was the Christmas #1 in 1963? Question #7. Who had the Christmas #1 in 2018 with One Kiss? Who had the Christmas #1 in 2018 with One Kiss? How many of you right now are sitting at home singing or humming tunes to try and get them? Anyway, question #8. Which artist holds the record for the most UK Christmas #1 singles? Which artist holds the record for the most UK #1 singles? Question #9. Which song by Queen returned to Christmas #1 in both 75 and was again in 1991? Which song by Queen was Christmas #1 in both 75 and in 1991? Question #10. Name the famous Christmas song. It's a classic by Wham. Name the famous Christmas song, the absolute classic by Wham. Beer of the week. We are doing a bit of Polish, so if you've got a Polish Tiski or Taiski, however you wish to pronounce it, and you wish to join along on the taste test, now is the time to crack the beer or the can or the bottle or whatever you've got it in Pachang! Oh. I tell you, when I went to Poland with Mrs. OG, I just love Polish beers. I've fallen in love with them. They're absolutely stunning, mate. Such good strength. Beautiful country, Poland. Absolutely stunning place. So clean. Strangely though, loads of graffiti everywhere. But it's seen as a political thing more than a nasty thing. Anyway, if you've got one, jump on in now. Got such a flavour. Number 1. Which song by Band Aid was the UK Christmas number 1 in 1984? Do they know it's Christmas? Do they know it's Christmas? Number 2. What novelty song by Bob the Builder reached Christmas number 1 in the year 2000? Can we fix it? Bob the Builder certainly could. He could fix it. Can we fix it? Question number 3. Which song by East 17 famously beat Mariah Carey's a Christmas number 1 in 94? Stay Another Day. Won't you stay another ding ding ding? Had the bells chiming through it, isn't it? Stay Another Day. Question number 4. Which song by Girls Aloud was Christmas number 1 in 2002? That was Sound of the Underground. Sound of the Underground. Question number 5. What Rage Against the Machine song famously won Christmas number 1 in 2009? Killing in the Name of. Killing in the Name. They brought that out as sort of a protest song against Simon Cowell trying to get number 1 again, wasn't it? It was good. We should do that more often, really. Number 6. Which song by the Beatles was Christmas number 1 in 63? Is I Want to Hold Your Hand. I Want to Hold Your Hand. Not a very festive tune, but hey. Number 1, nonetheless. Who had the Christmas number 1 in 2018 with One Kiss? Right. The answer is Calvin Harris and Dua Lipa. If you put Calvin Harris, you get the point. If you put Dua Lipa, you get the point. Alright? I'm happy with either. Question number 8. Which artist holds the record for the most UK number 1 singles? The Beatles. It is the Beatles. I think, is it 3 or 4 Christmas number 1s they've had? Might have even had more than that, you know. And question number 9. Which song by Queen was Christmas number 1 in 75 and 91? That was, of course, Bohemian Rhapsody. And the Wham, name the Wham Christmas single. Of course it is Last Christmas. How did you do in that round, guys, girls? Out of 10, let me know. So this is the catchphrase round. There will be a total of 10 catchphrases, okay? You know, Mr. Chips and all that. I'll move myself over that side so you can see the numbers. There we go. This is obviously number 1. So let's go. I'm going to hit start. Get ready. We're off ski. Trust me, you're going to need to focus on this. Now I know the answers, but can't remember the answer on this. I'll show each catchphrase twice for you, okay? Say what you see, say what you see. Mr. Chips. I'm really sorry about this. I'm really sorry. Any ideas? Any ideas? Number 5 here. You know your lyrics, Rachel. Well done. Rude. Mrs. OG says that to me all the time. Rude. Number 8. Oh, poor old Emma Jade. She can't concentrate on this round. Her 3-year-old's making her reread Christmas cards. Oh, bless. Poor old Ryan struggling on these. I've no idea. That dog looks cool, doesn't it? Look at the dog's size. Definitely, I like the dog. Right, you want to see him again? I can show him again. Quickly, just quickly we'll run through. Go. Got one for sure. Right, okay, quick. Have a look. And remember, see what you see. See what you see. Mr. Chips. So, yeah. They Shepperton. They, I don't know. I thought you'd be all right on this Shepperton. I think if anyone's going to surprise you on this round, I reckon someone like Hudderston would do it. You know what I mean? It's weird when you put these quizzes. You think to yourself, you're like, well, I wonder who'd do well on this, because I'd fail miserably if this was me. I might have got this one, to be fair. Do 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 do. Thanks for that, Rachel. I think it's a case of guessing. Just have a guess, folks. Just have a guess. But obviously, don't drop them in the comments. I ain't said that for a while, have I? Got to cheese it while we wait for the answers. Damn, these are cheesy. Talking to Mr. Chips, there he is, look. Gibster. 100% on a couple of... Ooh. But seriously, some people's minds can just see them. Well, dearest Peru, I think we're alright, actually. They're a good bunch here, actually. You are right. Well, I'll be getting a new Amiga Mini. Full size, isn't it? It's going to be a full size working keyboard, I think. Probably not, because I've got the Amiga A500, the Mini, that. I really like that. Ryan thinks he's got one. He's number 9 again. Right. And we've got one more after this, and then we're going to go straight in on the answers. Then we've got a Christmas movies round, people. Obviously, the music is from Mario. Super Mario Brothers. I love that dog's eyes. Look at him. Reminds me a bit of Luna the cat. She's a bit out there. Well, here we go, the answers. Let's get into it now. Setting pulses racing. I can see it. Now he's put there. Second one, the money has run out. I would have probably got that. The money has run out for number 2. Number 3, hidden talent. Hidden talent for number 3. I'm going to pause and slow them down a bit. That. I'm sorry. I was saying things like, is he coming out the closet, talent closet? I don't know. But hidden talent is the answer. Number 4. He doesn't have a clue. I wouldn't have got this. And there's him. Look, he hasn't got a clue because he's got the clue. Makes sense when you look at it like this. Number 5 here. Bear with me. Yeah. Bear with me. Being short with him. I'm sorry, this is hard, mate. Who got this? Being short with him. Number 7. This one's quite easy. I think some of you would have got this. Stomach bug. Stomach bug. Number 8. Quit while you're ahead. Quit while you're ahead. I don't think I'd have got this. Quit while you're ahead. Number 9. Going into it with your eyes open. Going into it with your eyes open. And number 10. I've got a lot on my plate. I can see it now. He's holding, but when I looked at it originally, I didn't even see the plate. I'll be honest, I don't know what I was looking at. A lot on my plate. So there are your 10 answers. I really want to know how well you've done out of them 10, honestly, because I personally think that round was tough as nails, mate. I really do. Christmas films, you guys are gonna increase your scores on this round. I know it. I just know it. I know it so much so I'm moving myself rather rapidly across the screen and I'm increasing my size just like that. So folks, what can I say? 10 questions. And I have faith. A lot of you... Alright, ready? 80% of you taking part here will get at least 6+. Easily. I have faith in you. Let's do this. Question number 1. In Home Alone, what is the name of the child accidentally left behind at Christmas? In Home Alone, what is the name of the child accidentally left at home at Christmas? Rachel. Number 3 was disturbing. Yeah, the one with the closet. I think we need to move on from it. I think we're all mentally scarred. Question number 2. In Elf, what is the main food group that Buddy the Elf believes elves should consume? In Elf, what is the main food group that Buddy believes elves should consume? Question number 3. In Love Actually, which song does Bill Nighy's character release as a Christmas single? In Love Actually, which song does Bill Nighy's character release as a Christmas single? That is question number 3. Question number 4. Which Christmas film is set largely inside a Los Angeles skyscraper? Which Christmas film is set largely inside a Los Angeles skyscraper? That was question number 4. Question number 5 next. I love this film. This is a brilliant film. In National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, what household decoration causes repeated problems for Clark Griswold? In National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, what household decoration causes repeated problems for Clark Griswold? Brilliant film. I love that film, actually. It's a really good one. Probably late 80s, early 90s, I'd guess. Number 6. In The Snowman, what song became a Christmas #1 in the UK? In The Snowman, what song became a Christmas #1 in the UK? That's question number 6. Question number 7. In The Grinch, what is the name of the town the Grinch tries to ruin Christmas for? In The Grinch, what is the name of the town the Grinch tries to ruin Christmas for? The name of the town, please. Time for some refreshment. Question number 8. In A Christmas Carol, what is the name of Scrooge's business partner? In A Christmas Carol, what is the name of Scrooge's business partner? Been so many variants of that film as well, haven't there, that tale. Question number 9. In Gremlins, what is the name of the friendly Mogwai? In Gremlins, what is the name of the friendly Mogwai? I absolutely love Gremlins. To me, it was just magical film. Something magical about that film. Just an absolutely brilliant film. Question number 10. Which Christmas film is set in the town of Bedford Falls? Which Christmas film is set in the town of Bedford Falls? Now, if you want any of those repeating, drop the number you'd like to be repeated in the comments now. And I'll do my best to repeat it for you whilst I slurp my lager. I'm pleased to say with confidence that that round was easier, I think, than the previous round. But hey, that catchphrase round was controversial. The time teaser, don't drop the answers in the comments, mate. What are you doing? Sorry, I didn't mean to post that. Thank you. Someone has deleted it. Good-o. Right, moving on. Are we ready for the answers, people? I think we are. No one said otherwise. I just think we're all a bit brain dead. Oh, number 10, please. Yeah, I'm sorry, Pearl. I'll do it now. Which Christmas film is set in the town of Bedford Falls? Which Christmas film is set in the town of Bedford Falls? And number 9, predicted a 9. I'm confident on this one. Yeah, I think we've all got to beat. Emma Jade, 94, has never seen Gremlins. OMG. Emma, honestly, you'll love it. You'll love it. Watch it. It's magical. It's brilliant. Honest. Emma, you've got to watch Gremlins. Do it for the OG. Over Christmas, sit down with your family. Put it on. Or I don't know. Because when it first came out years ago in the 80s, it was a 15. And I since know it's now been downgraded. I think it could be a PG. But if you've got youngsters, there's scenes where like gremlins have been blown up in microwaves and things like that. That might not be, yeah. Might not, yeah. Because I know you said you've got a 2-year-old. So, yeah, maybe not for them. Anyway, right. Answers. Question number 1. In Home Alone, what is the name of the child accidentally left behind at Christmas? That is, of course, Kevin McAllister. Kevin McAllister. Now, most of you have probably put Kevin. If you put Kevin, you're having half a point. Because we're getting towards the end of the quiz now, so I'm getting tight with the points. You can have half a point. But if you put Kevin McAllister, you get 1 whole point, folks. I think that's fair. Question number 2. In Elf, what is the main food group that Buddy believes elves should consume? Sugar. Sugar. Get plenty of sugar in my beer. That's why I don't eat much chocolate as well. Next one. Question number 3. In Love Actually, which song does Bill Nighy's character release as a Christmas single? That was Christmas Is All Around. Christmas Is All Around. That was a sort of take of wet, didn't they? They brought out Love Is All Around, and he did Christmas Is All Around instead. Question number 4. Which Christmas film is set largely inside a Los Angeles skyscraper? That, of course, is Die Hard. Die Hard, the Bruce Willis Christmas classic. There's always debate. Is it a Christmas film, yay or nay? And I think it's just become such a cultural, iconic film that everyone says it's Christmas. So I just accept it now. Question number 5. In National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, what household decoration causes repeated problems for Clark Griswold? That, of course, is his Christmas lights. His Christmas lights. I remember loads of seeing that film. He collects it and he gets it going. He's like, oh, because there's no family about to watch it. And he goes in to tell them, oh, it's going, it's going. And I remember it shows a shot of his electric meter and he's going, because there's so many lights going on. It's a silly film. It's silly humour. It's my sort of humour. I enjoy that sort of humour. In The Snowman, what song becomes a Christmas #1 in the UK? It was Walking in the Air. I could give you a rendition, but I won't. My operatic skills are not the best. So the answer for number 6 was Walking in the Air. Number 7, in The Grinch, what is the name of the town the Grinch tries to ruin Christmas for? That is Whoville. Whoville. Number 8, in A Christmas Carol, what's the name of Scrooge's business partner? That is, of course, Jacob Marley. Jacob Marley. In Gremlins, what is the name of the friendly Mogwai? Gizmo. Gizmo. And Emma's going to watch it over Christmas. Number 10, which Christmas film is set in the town of Bedford Falls? It's a Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life. There we go. Some absolute classics dropped in there. I'm now going to catch up on the comments. Right, 10 play. Right, okay. Never seen Gremlins. We did Emma's comment, but she's going to watch it. She's going to watch it over Christmas. Gypsy's confident on this one. Good. Dan was predicting a 9. Let's see if you did it, buddy. Right, ready. Watch Gremlins after the quiz. Yep. I have a 7-year-old and a 3-year-old. Oh, okay. Yeah, the 7-year-old. I don't know. Actually, I'm not going to confirm anything, Emma. I think you're going to have to. People in the comments. 7-year-old. Okay with Gremlins? What do you think? That poured in now. This is the final round of the quiz. I might be doing a little bit of gaming, some GeoGuessr or Millionaire, whatever people want to do. If you want to hang around after the quiz, that is entirely up to you. But this is the final round. This will give us a total out of 100 points. That's when your math skills has to kick in. Yes, you have to tally up your marks. And I will be double checking. As you can see here, I've only sort of blurred out the actual graphic of the cover and I've kept the Game Boy logo down the side. I'm going to sit back and enjoy my beer and let you put your answers down. Here we go. Game Boy covers, 1 to 10. Number 1 now. Game Boy cover number 2. Give it some squint, people. Give it some squint. Should have gone to Specsavers, I told ya. Don't be putting answers in the comments, people. Blimey. I can put it on the screen now. Nearly there, nearly there. Boo-doo-doo-doo. Boo-doo-doo-doo. Quite a few toughies this round, actually. That is quite tough, looking back. And I think that's the final one of the Game Boy covers round. Right, time for the answers, folks. How confident are we feeling there? Looking back, it's quite tough. I think some of them were very over-blurred. Maybe I over-blurred them. Hey, it was a long afternoon putting them all together. Maybe I switched off a bit. Maybe I didn't. Anyway, we'll see how well you're done. Get ready. Mark your cards now. Coming up, the answers. Now remember, they will show the original image like that. And it's by magic. Look, you're putting on them lenses in Specsavers and look what's going on here. It's all becoming clear again. So number one was Super Mario Land. Peru, top man. Cheers, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate that. Number two is Right, I'm going to pause this here. Number two is Pokemon. Now, if you put, right, Pokemon, you get half a point. If you put Pokemon Red, you get the full point. Yeah. Peru, seriously, mate, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Cheers, buddy. Respect is due. Point for you. So, yeah. So, if you haven't put... Oh, Rachel's giving Dan all the answers again. What would he do without you, Rachel, and these things? Next one. Kirby's Dream Land. Kirby's Dream Land. Again, coming into focus. Oh, yes. Bit of Donkey Kong there. Bit of Donkey Kong. Good bit of cover art, that one. Next one. Dr. Mario. Dr. Mario. There we go. And of course, the one, the only Tetris. One of my all-time favourite games on any system, actually. Put so many hours into that. Yeah, Tetris. What a game. The Legend of Zelda there. If you put Zelda, you get the point. I'm being generous on that one. There you go. Street Fighter 2. Now, looking back, I reckon that might have stumped a couple of people. I reckon that might have stumped a few people. This one here, right, is a Capcom game, and it's called Gargoyle's Quest. I went with my best mate Popey when we were about 18. We drove to a town just to go and pick that up. He had tracked that game down. Capcom DuckTales there, another Capcom, great game. So they are the 10 covers there. How did you do? Drop in the comments. And now is the time for you all to get a bit, ready to count up your scores. So I know how well you did that one round, and I also want to know how you did out of 100. Let's see how well people did there. Oh, there just so happens to be another can of Stella there. Remember, it's important to stay hydrated. Oh yes. What a bad drop that Tisky or Tasky, however you choose to pronounce it. Oh, it's pulled up. Right.